Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us.
Always a pleasure.
Today we're diving into something that I think our listeners over at Tech Gadgets Finder are going to really be into.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Tesla dropped their 2024 holiday update,
Oh, wow.
and it is jam-packed with,
As always.
really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So if you are a Tesla fan or just love keeping up with the latest tech gadgets, then you are definitely in the right place.
Absolutely.
And while we're at it,
Yeah.
big shout out to our friends at Tech Gadgets Finder.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave us a comment, share it with your friends, all that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
But let's get this deep dive started.
Let's jump in.
So Tesla's always up to something,
It
right?
seems that way, yeah.
But before we get into all the shiny new features,
Okay.
I kind of want to take a step back for a second.
Sure.
For anyone who might need like a little refresher, can you give us a quick rundown of Tesla's journey so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what's really interesting about Tesla is how they kind of evolved from this niche electric car company into this like major player in both the automotive and tech industries. You know, if you think back to their early days with the Roadster, you know, it was definitely a head turner, but it was also kind of a statement, I think. Like,
Yeah.
they were really proving that electric vehicles could not only be like high performance, but also desirable.
Totally, yeah. It's like they were completely challenging the status quo of what the entire car industry was doing.
Exactly. And then came the Model S, which really solidified their place in the luxury market, right?
Right.
But they didn't stop there.
No.
They kept pushing boundaries with Model X, the Model 3, and of course, everyone's waiting for the Cybertruck, right?
Yeah, speaking of the Cybertruck, there are some pretty interesting updates for those who are eagerly awaiting its arrival.
There are.
But before we get into all of that, I want to talk about something that I think a lot of our listeners are going to be really excited about.
Okay.
The Apple Watch integration.
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
This is a big one.
So what does this mean for Tesla owners?
Well, now you can basically unlock and control your Tesla right from your wrist.
That is so cool.
No more fumbling for your phone or your key card or anything like that.
Wow.
It's really all about seamless connectivity, which seems to be a theme with a lot of these new features.
Yeah. That's like peak convenience.
It is.
It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Right. It really highlights, I think, how Tesla is blurring the lines between a car and a tech gadget, you know?
Totally.
I mean, think about it. They're turning your Apple Watch into a car key.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder, like, what other devices they might try to integrate with in the future.
Yeah, who knows?
Right. Like, maybe we'll be able to control our Teslas with, like, our smart glasses one day.
That's true.
Or even brain implants or something like that.
Okay, now you're getting a little too futuristic.
Maybe.
Even for Tesla, maybe.
I never know.
That's true. You never know.
Okay, so another thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Being able to save dash cam and Sentry mode clips directly to your phone.
Ah, yes. That's a big one.
That's huge, right?
It is.
Because
you needed a USB drive, which was...
it was kind of a hassle.
It was a little clunky,
Yeah.
not very seamless.
Yeah.
But now you can just do it right through the Tesla app.
So convenient.
It is, and you can edit them, share them on social media, whatever you want to do.
I'm already seeing the influx of like Tesla dash cam videos coming to the internet.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be everywhere.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great, yeah.
And speaking of sharing, I just want to give another shout out to Tech Gadgets Finder.
Yes.
Guys, make sure you subscribe. We've got plenty more deep dives like this coming your way. You won't want to miss it.
Absolutely.
But now let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
And talk about those Cybertruck updates.
All right.
So what can Cybertruck fans look forward to? Well, for starters, they've added the ability to personalize your Cybertruck avatar
Oh, cool.
with custom wraps and license plates.
Cute.
It's all about making your Cybertruck truly your own, which I think is going to appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so too. It's a nice touch.
It is.
What else is new for the Cybertruck?
Well, they've also enhanced the rear camera views,
Okay.
which is a welcome improvement,
I bet, yeah.
given its unique design and kind of limited visibility.
Yeah.
And get this,
What?
they've added an in-car arcade for rear passengers.
Wait, what?
An in-car arcade.
That's amazing.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Like they're trying to make it like the ultimate road trip vehicle.
Totally. Oh my gosh, I can already imagine, like, families on a road trip
Yeah.
and the kids are in the back just like in their own little world,
Exactly.
playing video games.
Creating a fun and engaging experience for everybody.
So cool.
But it's not all fun and games, you know?
Okay.
They also added some practical additions like Sirius XM availability. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's big for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Especially on those long road trips.
Totally.
And it's not just for the Cybertruck. They added it to the Model 3 and Model Y as well.
Oh, okay. So they're spreading the love.
They are.
I like that.
And for our listeners who, are really into the tech specs and all that,
Yeah.
one that caught my eye is the ability to set your desired arrival energy at destinations.
Okay, break that down for me.
Okay, so basically it's a way to manage your range more effectively, especially on those longer trips.
Okay.
You can tell the car how much battery charge you want to have left when you arrive at your destination.
Oh, okay.
And the car will help you optimize your driving to make sure that happens.
Oh, that's smart. So it's like taking the guesswork out of range management.
Exactly.
Okay.
Great feature for anyone who's ever experienced range anxiety.
Totally.
And speaking of making driving easier,
Yeah.
they've also enhanced the navigation system.
Okay.
You can now search for points of interest along your route.
Get precipitation maps.
Oh, cool.
You can even view traffic cameras.
Wow, that's awesome. They're really going all out with this update.
They are.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to make driving as seamless and stress-free as possible.
Absolutely. But
What?
it wouldn't be a Tesla update without a few fun, quirky features,
Of course not.
They had to throw those in.
They gotta have their fun little quirks.
They do. So they've added Santa mode for the Cybertruck,
I saw that.
Boomerang Foo game,
Okay.
and of course the infamous fart on contact prank.
They had to. They had to keep that one.
They had to.
Classic Tesla. I love it.
It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun. It definitely adds to their brand's personality, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
It's part of the Tesla experience.
It is.
You're not just buying a car, you're buying into this whole community and lifestyle.
Exactly.
And that community is just growing stronger every day, especially with updates like this one, I think.
Absolutely. And they're constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible, both in terms of technology and user experience.
Totally.
It's kind of crazy to think about
Yeah.
how these updates are changing how we view our cars.
Yeah.
It's almost like,
It's like they're giant smartphones on wheels now.
yeah, with each update, they're adding more features that we usually associate with, like
Our phones.
our phones, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing at all. I mean,
Yeah.
think about how much we use our smartphones for everything these days.
Yeah.
Communication, navigation,
Entertainment, controlling our homes, like everything.
literally everything.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that our cars would start to kind of integrate with those devices more.
Yeah, especially with the whole, connected car thing that's becoming more and more popular.
Exactly. And Tesla's definitely catering to that.
Yeah. And they're doing it in a way that feels super intuitive and user-friendly,
Yes, very much so.
Like, take the Apple Watch thing.
Yeah, it's such a simple but brilliant idea.
It's so simple.
Right, yeah.
It should make sense.
And it's one of those things, I think, where it's like, once you use it, you're like, how did I ever live without this before?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not even just the convenience.
Right.
There's the safety element, too.
Oh, totally.
Being able to unlock and start your car without even having to take your phone out
Yeah.
is huge in terms of keeping you focused on driving.
Yeah, exactly. Eliminates distraction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, think about the potential for even more integration.
Oh, yeah.
Like down the line,
Yeah.
Who knows what other Apple Watch features they might incorporate.
Right.
Maybe we'll be able to adjust the climate.
Control the climate.
Yeah, check tire pressure.
Summon our cars from our wrists.
Yeah, summon the car.
Oh my gosh.
Like, who knows?
That'd be insane.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
The future's wild.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. But it's not all about connecting to our devices, right?
Right.
Like, these updates are also about...
Enhancing the driving experience itself.
Yeah.
Things like that, the upgraded navigation,
Yeah.
the arrival energy feature, even the fun stuff, the
Right.
Santa mode, the arcade games.
Yeah.
It's all about making driving more enjoyable and less stressful.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes we forget that driving should be fun.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be.
And I feel like a lot of cars kind of take that away, but
Yeah.
Tesla's bringing it back.
I agree. And, don't underestimate the importance of those, quote unquote, fun features, right?
Yeah.
Because, they might seem kind of frivolous on the surface.
Yeah.
But they really do add this, layer of personality and playfulness to Tesla.
Yeah, it's part of their brand.
which I think a lot of people really appreciate.
Totally. Yeah.
And it sets them apart.
It's what sets Tesla apart from every other car company.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it resonates with their customers.
Totally.
You know, people don't just buy Teslas, they buy into this whole community.
Yeah, it's like joining a club.
Yeah, like joining a club, exactly.
Yeah, it's cool.
And, you know, that community is just strengthened further.
With every update.
These updates, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're constantly getting new toys to play with,
Yeah.
new ways to customize their car, and really just make it their own.
Yeah, and it keeps people engaged, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, you know, that
Keeps them coming back for more.
when you buy a Tesla, it's not going to be obsolete in a couple years.
Right, exactly.
It's going to keep getting better.
Because they're going to keep updating it.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's a genius strategy, honestly.
It is. It is.
You know, you're constantly adding value to your products,
Even after they've been sold.
even after they've been sold. Yeah.
It's very smart.
And it's creating a lot of buzz in the car industry, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, other companies are starting to take notice.
They are. They're trying to catch up.
But Tesla's just miles ahead at this point.
Yeah, they've been doing this for a while, and they've kind of perfected it.
Yeah.
You know, it really shows.
It should. So where do we go from here?
I know, right?
Like, what's next for Tesla?
That's the million-dollar question. I think, though, it's safe to say
Yeah.
that we can expect to see even more innovative and groundbreaking features in the future.
I mean, yeah, that's what they do, right?
That's what they do.
Yeah.
They're not going to just stop here and
Rest on their laurels.
rest on their laurels. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to keep pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, and finding new ways to
Surprise us.
saps us, yeah, and keep us engaged.
Exactly.
Yeah, and delight their customers.
Delight their customers. There you go.
Yeah,
And, you know, we'll be here to cover every step of the way.
absolutely.
And speaking of covering all this cool tech stuff,
Yes.
another shout out to Tech Gadgets Finder.
If you haven't checked out their blog yet,
You're missing out
you are missing out
big time.
big time.
Yeah.
They've got all the latest news, reviews, insights on basically everything tech.
Yeah, pretty much.
Smartphones, laptops,
Electric cars.
electric cars, smart home devices.
You name it, they got it.
Yeah. So it's the perfect spot for
Definitely.
anyone who just wants to stay ahead of the curve
Absolutely.
and be in the know about all the coolest new gadgets and gizmos.
All the cool stuff.
And while you're there, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it with your friends, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
We know we love it.
We do.
Okay, but back to the deep dive.
Okay.
So we've talked about all these cool features.
Yeah.
But are these updates just like incremental improvements?
That's a good question.
Or are they fundamentally changing
Yeah.
the way we think about cars?
You know, I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
On one hand, they are making those incremental improvements with each update. Adding new features, refining existing ones,
Right.
you know, improving the overall user experience.
Yep.
But on the other hand,
They're also pushing those boundaries
they're pushing the boundaries
Yeah,
of what's
and-
possible.
and kind of challenging those assumptions about what a car can be.
Exactly. You know, they're blurring the lines between a car and a tech gadget,
Yeah.
between transportation and entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
between machine and almost like companion.
Right, yeah.
It's really interesting to see.
It's like they're creating a whole new category of vehicle, you know?
I think they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the smart car, the connected car, the car that's more than just a car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what makes Tesla
So fascinating.
so fascinating.
Yeah. They're not just a car company.
Right.
They're like,
They're a tech company, they're a software company, they're a design company, they're a lifestyle company. Like, they're a force to be reckoned with, and they're really shaping the future of transportation.
yeah, in ways we're only beginning to understand.
Exactly.
It's a cool time to be a car person.
It is.
Yeah, it really is remarkable to see just how Tesla's pushing the boundaries of what we think a car can be.
It's true.
Yeah,
And should be, I think, you know.
it's exciting.
It is.
Um,
I think one of the most interesting things about all these updates
Yeah.
is how they're really leveraging software
Mm.
to continuously improve the ownership experience.
Right.
You know, it's not just about adding, like,
Bells and whistles.
bells and whistles, exactly.
Yeah.
It's about making the car genuinely better over time.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really see that with, you know,
With traditional gas cars, no, it's
Yeah.
not really a thing.
oh,
But yeah, that's a key thing
Yeah.
that Tesla's doing that's different.
yeah.
They're treating their cars more like tech devices that can be updated and
improved, and it's a very cool approach.
So I want to turn to our listeners over at Tech Gadgets Finder.
Yeah.
How does this kind of constant evolution of a car, how does that change your perception of ownership? Like, is it more appealing?
I think,
You have a car that's like always getting better?
I think for a lot of people it is, especially for people who are really into tech, because it kind of plays into that desire to always have the latest and greatest.
Yeah.
But instead of having to go out and buy a whole new car,
Right.
you just get these updates.
Yeah, it's like you're always getting a new car.
Kind of.
You don't have to buy a new car.
Exactly.
And it makes the ownership experience a lot more dynamic too. You know, it's not just static. It's like constantly evolving.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's not just a, one-time purchase.
So like you're part of this like beta test for the future of driving.
In a way, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And that kind of early adopter mentality.
Yeah, is a big part of Tesla's culture, I think. They're not afraid to try new things, push the boundaries, and involve their customers in that process.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool.
All right. Well, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to turn back to our listeners one more time.
Yes.
Tech Gadgets Finder. What are your biggest takeaways from this update? Like, what feature are you most excited about?
Yeah, let us know.
And what does it tell you about the future of cars and technology in general?
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds.
Totally.
And don't forget to head over to Tech Gadgets Finder
Yes.
to leave your comments, share your thoughts, all that. Subscribe, of course.
So you don't miss any more deep dives like this.
Exactly.
And be sure to like and share this episode with your fellow tech enthusiasts.
Yes, spread the love.
Spread the love.
Yeah.
But until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world of technology.
Couldn't have said it better myself, though.